Hi, welcome to my new set of juggling tutorials. I'll be teaching you over the next few weeks how to juggle 3 to 7 and maybe 8 balls. I'm going to be starting with 3. I'm remaking all my old ones plus adding some more in. I'm going to do each number of balls or rings or clubs in 3 parts, unless there's only the basic cascade and maybe 1 or 2 tricks to teach. It's going to be beginner, intermediate, and advanced. The learning to do the cascade will be in the beginner section along with a few simple tricks. And then in intermediate there will be some harder tricks, and advanced there will be some even harder tricks. So let's get started. How to juggle 3 balls. 3 balls is usually pretty easy to juggle. It's just throwing one, throwing the next one, throwing the next one, and keeping on doing that. However, you may want to know a little more and have a little more experience. I suggest you start with 1. You need to have straight throws and be able to catch without seeing your hand or where you're catching the ball, as you might have to look high up for higher numbers in the future. Now once you've mastered that, or you can also use a wall, so if you go forward it bounces back to you. I'm not sure if you can see, I'll use my closet door. It bounces back. But you want to eventually get straight. And then 2 balls. Throw one, the other, and then you have a gap for this 3rd throw. Or you could do it like this, where there's no gap, yet you'll be able to make a gap. You don't want to do this. Most people think they're juggling 2 ball doing that way, but that's actually the shower, and the lower throws only count as a total of 1 cat. The lower throws don't count, so you're technically only doing 1. You want to do this, not this. And then 2 in 1 hand. That's pretty good to know. You don't have to learn it, but it's advised to learn. So you should just throw one up, throw the next one up, throw the next one up, throw the next one up. There's 2 ways to do it. A fountain, where you're circling over, and the columns, where each one stays in its own spot. Next, the 3 ball cascade. Now that you can do 2 in 1 hand, hopefully in either hand, you can now do the 3 ball cascade without much trouble, unless your throws are still like this. In which case, you should go against a wall or a door, whatever. So I'll show you with the door first. Let me see whether I can make the camera better. There. Now this is what you do. You should start with 3 catches like this, and then go to 4 catches, 5, 6, and then you can keep going. Once you reach around 10 catches, you should be able to go for a long time. That's it for 3 balls. Okay. We're back and we're going to learn the beginner tricks. Here we have our 3 balls. We can do our basic 3 ball cascade, and now you want to learn some tricks. So, the easiest trick that I know of is just doing the 3 ball cascade like this, throwing under every time, and then throw one over the top, You can do that just once, or you can throw back the same one over the top back and forth. This is called tennis. Tennis is a pretty easy trick. I'm sure anyone who can do the 3-ball cascade for more than 20 catches can probably learn it easily. Next trick, the reverse cascade. So you're juggling along, you're in tennis, and you decide to throw them all over the one that's coming in. This is the reverse cascade. You're throwing all of them over the one coming in instead of under the one coming in like this. You're throwing them over. That's all you need to know for the reverse cascade. It takes about the same skill level as doing the 3-ball cascade. Often people end up going the reverse while trying to keep their cascade stable at first. Our next trick. These next two tricks are both going to use 2 ball columns in your dominant hand. So if you haven't learned 2 ball columns, please go back to the 3-ball tutorial and learn what I did with it. Okay. Here is the dummy yo-yo. Okay, you're doing 2 ball columns. You can put 1 ball there, 1 ball there, and just move this ball around, and then the main part of the trick is where you have this above and going up and down in time with this. And next is the dummy elevator. You have the 2 on the outside you throw up, then the 1 on the inside, 2 on the outside. Okay, next trick. I don't even have to go to this pattern to show you. It's part of this pattern, except for it's a modification. You throw 2 balls and they cross, and that's called a rainbow cross. Okay, next trick. Multiplex start. Throw 2 out of 1 hand to start. 1 goes to either hand. Keep going. And hold them like this. And then they divide when they cross. Alright, and each goes to a separate hand. You have to make sure you'll catch them there. Okay, next trick. These are all going to be starts for the next few tricks. Most of them involving the 2-ball multiplex. Okay, here's number 1. Under the leg 2-ball multiplex start. Well, that sounds complicated. It really isn't. You have to throw under the leg and go into the pattern. How to do it under the leg. I usually do them using my left hand going under my right leg, but I can also do them like this. Like this. That's the way you're going to do it for the start. It's easier to go under the legs for multiplex starts. But what you're going to do for the under the leg normally, do that with the multiplex start. And then next one, behind the back start. I haven't taught you behind the back, and I won't teach you till the intermediate or advanced, but you don't really need to do any behind the back fancy throws. You can even do this. Excuse me. You just have to have your hand right here, throw up, move your hand back. Action. The 3-ball multiplex start. You throw 3 up, claw the first 2. I'll show you how to do claws in a minute. And then go into a cascade with the rest. The claw is where you catch them. Like this. It's another easy trick. Okay. Last easy trick, at least I think it is, half shower. You throw 1 over, you throw 1 side over, 1 side under. This is also one of the tricks you need to learn before doing the 3-ball shower, which I'll show you in a while. Okay, intermediate tutorial. And we're starting off with the 3-ball shower. This is what you do. And I'll explain how to do it. Just throw from your non-dominant hand or your dominant hand, depending on which way you like to do it. I only do it with my right hand doing the high throws and my left hand doing the low throws. This is called one throw. That means that's what you need to do to juggle one ball. That one throw had me I had a lot of trouble learning the 3-ball shower because of that one throw, and my hands weren't fast enough yet. So it took me a year or two to learn this trick. You need to know the 3-ball half shower and change the bottom throw from a 3 into a 1. You need to have strong hands to do this. An easier way to do this is to actually grab it out of the other hand. Even though this takes more time, it might be easier for you to learn. Next trick, we're going to do behind the back. Okay. Juggling 3 balls. Throw one up high. Throw one back. Also, I may add, with doing under the leg, I don't usually throw one high up. But if you're learning it, you might want to throw one high up. Yeah, behind the back, it's simple. Throw one higher up, and then throw it. I do it that way, but a lot of people do it over their shoulder. I can't do it over the shoulder, so I do it the way I'm accustomed to. You should do the same. Now, I often have lots of trouble with hitting my back. And under the leg, I often hit my leg while doing it with more than 3 balls. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Now. Okay, knee bounce. The knee bounce is not exactly easy. I don't get it every time. But just basically drop it down, bounce it off your knee. Okay. Here's Mill's mess. There are 2 ways to start this trick. 1, normal 3-ball cascade, go in reverse, and then throw throw one. It's like this. You have 2 that are alternating hands on the top. You're basically doing a 3-ball cascade, except for you're crossing your arm, and that makes the one go under the arm all the time, and the other 2 doing this weird crossing pattern. Yeah. I may tack a little bit of slow-mo of some of these faster tricks on at the end of the advanced one. So make sure you watch that one if you're trying to learn these tricks. You might want a slow-mo. I'm not sure whether I'll do that yet, but I should. Alright, next. 4-2-3. This one is pretty basic. I should have put it in the beginner one, but I think you might want to wait a while. You can do a 4 throw. A 2 throw is just holding one in your hand, so it's this. These 2 on the sides are staying in their respective hands. The other one, you're throwing across. But this would be the prefix, like what you learned before, the box trick, which I haven't gotten to yet because I can't do it yet. Which is basically the same thing as the shower. Yeah, except for if this is the half shower, the box is the shower, basically. Alright, that's the intermediate video. The advanced video is next. Okay, here we are. Advanced trick tutorial for 3 balls. I only have a couple in this one. 2 of them, I think, bounces. Okay. 1, foot bounce. Haven't done it for a very long time. Try to bounce it off the side of your foot right here. Okay, got that. Now, elbow bounce. This one is really hard. You actually throw it across to the other one, bounce it off your elbow, and that's that trick. Alright. This is the second trick that I'm going to include a slow-mo of at the end of this video. Probably the last two. The one from the last video and this one. This one is really hard. I think my most recent... Actually, no. Wait, we've got one more before it. Forgot about this one. 5-3-1. You throw 5 throw, 3 throw, no 1 throw. We're just passing it across. It's basically the root of this really fancy trick for 8 balls called the FDB97531, where you're throwing it at like 15 ball height, all the way, each going down 2 then to the next lower odd number until they get to the one where they pass it on. It's really complicated. I'll link a video of it in the description below so you can see what it looks like for yourself. It looks really neat. Here's the last trick. You need to do 2 ball columns in your non-dominant hand. And this one, the far away one, when that one goes up, we go up in sync. This one is called the factory. The one on the inside of the column gets transferred to the hand. Okay, here in slow motion. Thanks for watching these videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. And my 4 balls are coming out very soon. You'll learn a few tricks such as under the leg with 4 balls, 4 ball multiplex, and 4 ball shower. Stay tuned.